When I was a little girl, I remember my daddy standing in the backyard with tears in his eyes. Each salty droplet rolled down his cheeks and darkened his uniform. President Kennedy had been assassinated. My daddy questioned what would happen to the civil rights movement and how African Americans would fare without a presidential proponent advocating for their equal rights and fair pay. My parents took up the helm of this national issue to be the change they wanted to see. They led by example by sacrificing for our family and always helping others in need. Affectionately known as the Fofo, our family's convenience store in Acres Home met the needs of the community. Residents could buy groceries on credit because my parents understood they had more month than money. A young mother with 4 children was encouraged to get her college education so she would no longer depend on government assistance. My daddy always gave candy to the little girl who couldn't afford penny candy. One day she picked a beautiful bouquet of bluebonnets for my daddy. When a church requested a turkey for their community Thanksgiving dinner, my parents bought the turkeys, plates, silverware, and whatever else was needed. Fofo represented what laws could not codify, the currency of love and generosity. Daddy was a country boy who understood and embraced working hard. Mother was a librarian, so we were required to read a variety of genres. They instilled in their children that we were to do better than they did and pass it on to future generations. I'm driven to help our community because of the mantle that was passed to me from my parents. Now I pass the mantle to my daughter. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, an individual has not started living until he can rise above the confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Juneteenth means we must remember and celebrate our emancipation from physical slavery, but understand that we are not free from systematic racism. We must investigate and uproot our internalization of an oppressive structure that does not extend food to the hungry or an encouraging word to the uninspired. I am reminded that we must restore love as our currency.